Who do you have on the call?
Jenny's on.
It's just me.
But she's in bed.
Oh, Jenny, are you in bed?
Yeah, I'm not feeling really well, but I figured I'd at least listen. So.
All right, right on, girl. So since it's just actually, dude, this is the perfect time for you. So since it's just like one-on-one, hit me with do you remember last week's or the week before the call?
Yes.
That I did? Okay. So just 3 points we went over, which was like mint.com, tax spreadsheet, and the new checking account kind of a thing, which Vic has told me that I should kind of leave to the wayside for now. But any of those 3 things that you have questions on like immediately right now?
I found the mint.com. I signed that up right away the next day, and I love it. It's awesome. I was like, Frank and I, we like to budget our money, and that really allowed me to kind of break down what we're spending our money on. And I got to, yell at Frank a little bit for spending too much money on fast food.
So you see on there where you put in like, all your bank accounts, all your credit cards, your debit cards, like even whatever your car is, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I got most of it in there. There was a couple things like some credit cards and stuff I didn't put in, just like, store cards, but I probably should just do everything. So.
I recommend everything. Yeah. It's got everything.
It's a good way to track.
It's got everything down to my gas card. I mean, really,
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's cool. I'm glad you're on there. And then so inside of Mint, did you go on and make your Beachbody categories?
That I was having a little bit of an issue with making the categories.
Okay.
I saw how it kind of breaks it down, and I guess you can add. That's where you do it, correct?
Yeah, you would just add in a category.
Okay.
And you would add in like whatever it was. And after that call, we both went and did it. And I actually feel like I did it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
I like spread them all out into different, like if it was Shakeology, I put it under like food and dining, and then I put like Beachbody Shakeology. But what I would probably recommend doing is just like pick a category like miscellaneous or
I thought you lost your voice.
Please enlighten us then.
Hold on. I'm getting in there right now.
This motherfucker. Oh, good. More audience for you to play to. Hello? Who's here? Oh, the sky of somebody.
I think it was Amanda. Sorry.
Amanda!
Hi. Hi.
I like your shirt.
It's new. I got it.
It's really cute.
Yeah. It's like really expensive, but I bought it because I felt bad one day and I was just like, I want it.
And because remember that time that your post that you just posted was like the best post I've seen in a really long time?
I like literally can't even believe it. Like can't even. And then Kobe, I don't know. It's just crazy.
It's awesome.
Hey, Amanda, I don't want to cut you off real quick, but I was just about to tell Jenny something real quick. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I'm going to get my nachos because that's what I'm having for dinner.
Hey, Jenny, so inside of Mint, if you go to transactions at the top,
Okay.
and then you see your list of transactions, and then on the right-hand side, there's like, you've got your date, your description, and your category.
Right.
And I do mine under business services, which is the third one down.
Okay.
And then you go all the way to the bottom where it says add or edit category.
Okay.
And then you just literally go add category, add category, add category. And I did mine like capital B / and then whatever the category is on that spreadsheet, right? So it's asset purchases, so BB / education, BB / gifts, BB / meals and entertainment, BB / postage. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll get that on that tomorrow if I can talk. Sorry.
So go into your transactions and then category, add or edit, and then you add them add all of them into one and just put like a BB in front of it or something.
Yeah, that's why I split them up and I think I did it wrong.
Not wrong.
Okay.
It just is harder to find.
So let's go back to what up, Madison? Hey, and so Amanda, before you jumped on, and hey, Madison, we were just talking about the other week when I was on the call, there was like 3 major things that I went over, and I wanted to see if you guys had any questions about it, which was the mint.com accounts, the tax spreadsheet,
There's
and then
Madison's husband, Cole.
Hey, what's up, Cole? Nice to meet you, man. My name's Champ. the mint.com, the tax spreadsheet, and then the checking account, which we're going to leave to the wayside for now. But did you guys have any questions immediately on those things?
Well, so I signed up for Mint, but it won't let me attach my accounts. So I've been working on that. I got like my credit cards to attach, but it won't, or my bank account won't attach, so it won't attach my credit cards. But I'm in the process. Oh, can you hear me?
No, your internet's unstable.
You guys are frozen.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Yeah. We lost internet for a second.
All right, say that again, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I said I signed up for Mint, but it won't connect my bank account for some reason. So that won't let me connect my credit cards.
Right.
So I'm flying to Daytona tomorrow, and Saturday I have like a whole down day. So that's kind of like one of my things to do on my list.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sometimes you have to like re-verify it 2 or 3 times. And every now and again it kicks out for me and it'll ask me to do the same thing. So it's just annoying like that every now and again.
Yeah. And I have a police credit union from my dad. So it's not like a normal like Chase Bank.
Right.
So that could probably be it too.
That's because you're on the run
Yeah.
from the cops.
Yeah. I am the law.
I am.
Not really.
Madison, what about you? Did you sign up?
Yes, I have an account with Mint. I need to make it more Beachbody geared. I actually already had one previously, but I never looked at it. And so I'm getting it kind of more switched over. I haven't made an account for myself yet. Sorry, my daughter's like pushing a table in the background.
Okay.
Really we haven't made a account for me yet, like just for my Beachbody checks, but that's something that we do want to do.
Cool.
We're just still deciding like which bank, if our bank will let us do that, or like what the best way to do that would be.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then kind of like Jenny asked earlier, inside of Mint, when you get into that thing, you'll go into where you have like budget and transactions at the top. You'll go into transactions, and then you'll see there's 3 categories, like date, description, and then category. And then under category, you highlight it or whatever, and you'll see there's a ton of categories. And I use business services, and then you go under that one, and you can add a category. And then that's where I added all my categories, which is like 10 categories, which were on the tax spreadsheet, so that when you start assigning them, it'll line up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I put BB/expenses, BB/phone, BB/education, like that.
Right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So,
Always got.
any other questions on that stuff before I kind of just start getting on the soapbox for a minute? No? All right. So, so this is what I want to talk to you guys about today. And I remember when I first kind of came on, I was telling everyone that I'm going to be investigating kind of that business side of the Beachbody, organization, and then bringing points every so often to the call, right? And so the last time was kind of like that financial side, and there's literally a waterfall of stuff underneath that, but we can get into that. And then before I do go any further, Vic was saying that's a great idea if we set up one-on-ones. So if you guys want to do set up one-on-ones and like go deeper into those things, we can totally do that. Otherwise, it's going to be me just trickling stuff out every so often, right? Because you can't just waterfall everything at once, or people will just their heads will explode. So what I wanted to bring to this call tonight specifically was this. Last week, I was lucky enough to spend a week in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, snowboarding and stuff. And I was with probably 15 of Beachbody's top dude, like just business guys, just like the top earners in the Beachbody business, and they're all male. And every year they do like a guy's trip and like a boys trip or whatever.
Fest.
And so last year, it just so happens so I've been snowboarding pretty much my whole life, or the greater part of it. And just so happens that last year I was in Colorado snowboarding at Breckenridge with a buddy, just because the snow was good. And some of the guys in the Beachbody world were like posting stuff on Instagram. And I'm like, dude, guys, I'm here. And we connected, and, we all snowboarded together, totally hit it off. And I'd known them from previous, just encounters. Anyway, so now they invited me this year to go on their trip, which was cool. So I'm at the trip, and I'm literally on this thing, and the guys that are there, and I don't know if you know these guys' names or not, but these are literally $1 million earner kind of dudes, okay? Like their weekly paychecks. Okay, just to give you an idea, the least earner guy there, like the least senior dude, made $8,000 in a week while I was there. Hey.
Another coach.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there with these guys, and they're talking team volume, they're talking coaches, they're talking diamonds, they're talking retention and all these things. And literally I'm like, all right, dude, guys, this is bullshit. Let me see your paychecks right now. And they're literally going into their back office and showing me numbers, and my jaw is just hitting the ground, right? I work my butt off every day. I work 40 hours a week. I'm not making 8G in a week. You know what I'm saying? And
you're getting calls from your boss.
And
while you're on
yeah,
the trip.
and I'm getting blown up from my company while I'm there on chair lifts, and I can't even focus. I ate it, hurt my shoulder, all this shit. Anyway, so I'm like, wow, this is amazing. I knew these guys were making money regardless, but sometimes it's kind of hearsay. You're not really sure if they are or not, but like literally these dudes are showing me dollars and cents right in front of me. Anyway, that said, the company that I was with obviously knows what they're doing. And so I was picking their brain literally up till like 3 a.m. every night over some drinks most often, but just like picking their brain and going back and forth on ideas and this, that, and the other. And I got a ton of information that I'll be bringing to these calls. And I'm not going to waterfall everything right now. But one thing I wanted to go into that I thought was key for this is that we talked a lot about kind of being reactive and being proactive. And I was like, well, explain to me how in the Beachbody world do you guys think it's reactive? And their opinions were like, listen, dude, we're top coaches, we're top earners. We do reactive stuff, meaning that we'll put, or passive, I should say, even like passive marketing. And they'll post something on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever. That's, look at my challenge pack, look at my transformation pictures. And that kind of helps stir the pot of the audience. And that can help generate a lead, or that can help generate market awareness on the whole. But at the end of the day, in order for them to really drive their business to the levels that these guys are at, they have to then turn proactive, right? So they have to then turn over a stone from somebody that pinged them, right? So they're putting stuff out there in the social media realm, and then, let's say Sally, for example, goes, oh, Dave, that's outstanding. Well, guess what Dave's going to do? Dave's going to fucking call Sally like lickety split, right? Oh, sorry. Dave's going to call Sally super quick because that's kind of like a hotter lead, and that's someone that has expressed interest in what Dave is doing. And I know that this sounds all mundane, but these guys definitely are instilling in me that proactivity is what helps really kind of drive the business side almost exponentially, or make it larger and grander faster, right? Now, I'm just going to slow down for a second and say, before I go too much further, Vic told me that at some point, people come into the Beachbody business for a variety of reasons. Okay. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that it's all sales and all pitching and that you're doing anything wrong, because I'm not even doing what you're doing, and you're doing more than I'm doing, and you're more successful than I am at doing it. And I totally love that. That's just not my bag, right? My bag is going to be kind of the different side of the house. Like, I'm trying to leave my job. I freaking hate my job.
Before he goes into that, this man went on the trip not feeling that way. This man has watched me build this for
3 years.
3 years. And for the first 2, I was spinning my wheels. Like, I was posting. Maybe I'd sell Shakeology, and like, that was a celebration. And it is a celebration, like when you're first starting, right? And then it takes a while to gain traction, and it takes a while to like build up the legitimacy. I mean, like, he would hear me come to him like at least once a week and be like, hey, guess who bought from me today? Like, hey, guess who reached out to me
all
today?
the time.
And did you think that was going to happen at the beginning? No, because I mean, it is slow to start, but like, he's the same way. He kind of saw it. And I mean, you've watched it a lot, and he does the workouts and he does the shakes. But when he went on this trip, this is definitely not what I thought he was going to come back with as a message.
Yeah. So I'm totally fired up, right? So I come back, and like I said, a lot of late nights, and we were going over point by point. I'm like, Josh, what do you do? Dave, what do you do? Rob, what do you do? I mean, literally all night long. And there's a lot of things I'm going to start spilling out, but the first one is being proactive with the leads that you get. And now, again, it's based on what you want to do, right? So Madison, you're cool. I don't know you all that well. I don't know what you want to be doing with the business. You could just want to help your mom get fit. I don't know, right? Your cousin could have a hardship, and like, you want to help her be healthy. That's totally cool. I'm in a different bag, but I'm not trying to say I'm not helping people, because like, I got boys that are traveling and eating like horrible, and I'm like, dude, you need to get on this. What the hell? So I'm selling it to like my business associates, because I'm like, it's just healthy for you. You just need to be doing this when you're traveling, because I know you, I am you, right? But what I'm exemplifying now is that there's that other side, that business side, that to chase it takes a little bit of a different car to drive that on that freeway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be pushing that as a horrible analogy.
No, that was a good. I liked it. I actually liked that. Like, I liked it.
So don't think I'm not pressing you guys to like go out and sell or call people. Like, I'm just telling you what I'm going to do because I'm trying to make money because I'm trying to leave my job. I can't stand my job. My boss is a douchebag. I can go on for hours about how horrible it is. I swear to you. And the worst part, just a quick tangent. Here's the worst part. Okay. I was born and raised in Silicon Valley, where all the freaking magic happens, right? Where all the money is, right? Where all the technology and all this shit is, okay? Born and raised. If I missed the first boat, I wasn't a millionaire during the first .com, right? I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. I was in the wrong company that didn't IPO and blah, blah, blah. So I've been working my tail off. For 20 years, I've been in high tech, 20 years. I've managed customers that are worth $20. I've managed customers that are worth $20 million. And I've made heaps of money doing it. But I can never seem to get past this one threshold of like earnings and role
And
rank.
rank.
I can never seem to beat it. I've tried so hard and in so many ways, and I just don't win. And I don't even know what it is. So now I'm at the point where I'm sitting there with these dudes in Jackson Hole, and they're like this. They're like, oh yeah, I'm just working from Jackson Hole. Oh yeah, I'm just working from the beach. Oh yeah, I'm just working from wherever. Oh dude, after this, I'm going to go to Colorado. Then I'm going to go surf. Then I'm going to, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're making more money anyway. And I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm like, I'm at the point where I'm like, and I started thinking to myself two things. The second one's bigger, but the first one is this. Even if I got a promotion in high tech and I became my boss, basically, I don't even want to be that dude. That dude is a dick, first of all. Did someone just...
That's awesome.
Did someone just buzz me because I said...
That's awesome.
So that guy's a douche. He's overweight. He's highly stressed. He never sees his family. He travels like crazy. And I'm like, dude, I don't even want to be you. Even if I was you, I wouldn't be happy. Then I see the guys on the Beachbody stuff, and I'm like, that's the dude I want to be. Like, I want to be doing what you're doing, dude. That's who I am. So I want to try to get to be that, right? That's the first. The second thing is while I was there, someone dropped a bomb on me, and they're like, Champ, who do you think you would be if you weren't chasing money? I was like, holy shit. I don't even know. Like, my whole life has been chasing money, if you really think about it, right? Living in the valley, chasing the job, chasing the role, chasing the dollars, everything. I'm like, I don't even know what I would actually, like, I think that my personality would transform. I might even be more mellow because I'm not worried tripping on dollars. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking to people, helping them, being like, you know, you can get healthy, or here's a business venture that you should be on with us, or this, that, and the other, as opposed to, you know, calling up Sujatha Patel and being like, dude, you have my purchase order and you need to code on some technology shit. You know what I mean? That guy's like, I don't even care who the hell this is, you know? Anyway, that's kind of like my little mini rant. So I'm going to stop right there for a minute because I've been talking a lot, you know, just let people digest that shit.
Drops the mic. So, moral of the story, I think, is that Champ's fired up, as we can tell. And I think we've talked we both had a call with Jimmy on Wednesday. Hey! We both had a call with Jimmy on Wednesday, and we kind of talked about how this is going to be like a good two-prong approach where like I kind of bring the challenge group, product, program aspect of it, and Champ kind of brings the business a little more to the point part of it. But I think that's going to be good, and I think it's going to benefit all of you because you can kind of choose like which parts of which approach you're going to choose to follow. I mean, I know there are a lot of you that have big financial goals and you do care about people, and it's awesome that this is a business about helping people that also is going to afford you the ability to make a decent amount of money and spend time with family and have that freedom. And for us, like, it's always been about money is a means to an end. Like, money is important because it provides freedom, and then it means that we don't have to be tied to our jobs, and we don't have to be tied to this location. And so for us, like, I think that's our big picture, is like making enough money so we can do whatever we want and we can say yes to any opportunity that presents itself like those guys can.
And I want to add into that and say that one thing to take away is that these dudes didn't necessarily hit a plateau and then like it's easy street.
No.
So I'm not saying that there's like an inertia point where once you break the threshold, you're not working anymore. I mean, these guys are working, like they're cracking, they're calling leads, they're talking to people about the business, and they're proactively, getting back to that proactivity, they're proactively pitching and looking for what they call like business partners to join them on this venture of like Beachbody business, which is partly helping people get fit and helping people feel healthy and helping, blah, blah, blah. Right. So it's not like once they hit it, they're kind of like made in the shade,
No, but
I just don't want you guys to think that that's the impression that I'm taking or trying to give, because I don't think that's the case.
But one thing that they do really stress is that you have to find people who are passionate about it, and then they find people who are passionate about it. And when you do that, like, then it begins to grow exponentially.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's
true. Okay.
That's a big
yeah.
part.
So then, guys, any questions just right now? Because we've been talking a ton. And Cole, you got a question? Madison, Jenny, Amanda.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry, I've been on mute. I just want to say just really quick, Brittany just logged on. She's one that says iPhone. That is Cole's sister, and she's one of my newest coaches too.
Right on. Nice to meet you, Brittany.
Hi.
Welcome, Brittany.
Welcome.
I'm proud of you.
Doing my Beachbody workout, so I'm a little late.
Nice.
No worries. You got to get it in.
That's part of it. Cool.
Brittany, where are you located?
I live, in Huntington Beach now. I just moved about a month ago.
Okay.
Nice.
And Madison, where are you at?
We're in Brea in Orange County.
Okay. And then Amanda, I know where you are. And then Jenny, I don't know where Jenny is.
I'm in Murrieta, which is like Temecula, near San Diego.
Oh, you guys are
Just
all
north of San
Everyone's
Diego.
SoCal.
Dude, perfect.
So we got to make it down there one of these days.
Wine country.
What's
Well,
the
part of
wedding?
it.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, any questions then thus far, like other than that? Before I go off
I'm
on
just
part
kind of
two?
soaking it all in right now.
Okay. So here's part two. So part two is this, and I kind of alluded to it with, you guys are all in it for your own personal reasons, whether it be to make money, help people, the combination of the two, or something. I don't even know what it could be, right? And I don't want to presume to tell you what to do, and I don't want to push you in any way. I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do, right? So I started making a list of like my leads and my people that are on home direct but that aren't coaches, and all these kind of things that I'm going to be following up on, literally on the phone, like making the calls to like see what their motivations are and what they want to make of it, right? And branching this into kind of a Jackson Hole learning that I took away from this boys trip was that, so these dudes are kind of seeing coaches sometimes as leads, and that's how I think. So I don't want to put anybody off. I just have always been raised in sales, so I think leads, prospects, marketing, hot, cold, so on and so forth. And like when I see a lead come in through Beachbody that is, home direct for like maybe like a year or so, or some amount of months, a few programs, to me, that's hot as shit, right? That's like the hottest lead you could possibly have, right? And they're not necessarily a coach yet, or maybe there's nobody under them. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a baby.
That's why I keep hitting you.
Oh, sure.
He's clearly.
Oh no, my arm's starting to hurt. Holding the camera.
No, I saw a baby and I keep swearing. I'm
No.
sorry.
In that buzz earlier, that was a text message coming through.
Oh, but that was
not me
such
buzzing
perfect
you.
timing on the
That was hilarious.
It just came at the right time.
That was perfect.
So,
Don't worry about our kids.
He hears it all the time.
so,
I was like, don't spoil them. They'll never come back.
so right now I'm at the point where I'm starting to make these calls and do these proactive reach outs, and to just the immediate leads that I have access to, which are through the Beachbody network and through the back office. As I use that to kind of hone my vernacular and hone my pitch and see like what works and what doesn't work, then I'll kind of get into the next level, which is when I start to create my own leads, right? Which is what you guys are already doing.
Wait till you hear how he's going to do it. Drop the bomb. Drop the bomb.
What's the bomb?
Drop the bomb.
What's the bomb?
These people deserve to hear the
No,
bomb.
no.
Yes. Drop it now.
Oh, hold on, someone just joined.
Hey, Randy. Drop it.
So
Drop
so after I start honing all that
So
stuff
rude. So rude.
and kind of getting and like hearing what I need to know, what's working, what's not working, then the next step is making your own leads and then being proactive in those leads, right? Like posting something, people react to it, and then contacting them as a lead and trying to see what their motivations are. Do they want to do the help? Do they want to do the business? Whatever it might be, and then cultivating that, right? I'll probably end up having to put a Facebook. That's basically what Vic wants to know.
Yay!
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Fucking worst thing ever.
It's all about social media.
It
I
is.
know.
He resisted so hard.
I know. But it's literally Like there's no better way to expand your touch and your reach than social media. Like Vic has coaches like in Philly, Chicago, New York, like I think Louisiana or something, like all over the place. And I'm like, how do you even know these people? She's like, social media. I'm like, of course. So, there's that.
So as he navigates the world of Facebook ads and all of that stuff, I'm sure he'll report back.
Yeah.
Because he's going to make a like page, not a personal page, so that he can run ads and do sponsored posts. And that's how they get a lot of their leads.
Yeah.
And so he's going to just replicate what they're doing and then teach us how to do it too.
Yeah. So hopefully it works, and I'll let you guys know my results. 10 calls, 2 people answered, 1 person cared, whatever the metric there might be. And then, so just giving you guys a heads up, but that's how, going back to it, that's how these dudes are operating, and that's how they're getting that exponential growth. Like there's a dude there named Greg Plaskett, funniest guy ever. This guy is comedy. Okay. This guy's making 350 G's a year on Beachbody, and he's like the least senior guy there. And I'm like, what? And this dude is basically just like me, just like Cole, probably just like our buddies. He nudges, he drinks a beer, he'll slam it against the, whatever. Like,
wait, tell him about his one post, because that one was so good.
Okay,
this is like the greatest post.
So this dude Plaskett, okay,
so funny,
so much funny shit happened. But this guy, so I'm like, Plaskett, you on social media? He's like, yeah, dude. I'm like, what's your Instagram? It's like just Greg Plaskett. So I'm going down looking through his Instagrams, right? And I see he's got one. It's literally a picture of him sitting on a lounge chair, holding like a pina colada. And it's like this. He's like sipping it. And in text, it says like this. It says, don't believe in Beachbody? I still get paid. Join me with Beachbody? We both get paid. Think I'm a fool? I still get paid. Comment on this post? I'm getting paid. Like it's just because he's just funny like that, right? And it's just true. And I'm like, bro, that's just so funny. Like he doesn't mean anything wrong by it. That's a sense of humor. But it's just the funniest thing ever. You got to go follow this dude, Greg Plaskett, and look at that post. You'll laugh your ass off. It's comedy. But anyway, so that's how I wanted to share with you guys tonight. We talked about like the week prior. Randy, I don't know if you were there, but we talked about going to mint.com and setting that up as your financial, management situation. It just kind of helps. We talked about, there's like a tax-based spreadsheet thing that we have that we shared that is about, at the end of the year when you make a certain amount of dollars, you're going to get a 1099 and you're going to be taxed on that income. And being smart with how you do that, or else you're going to end up with a fat bill, is probably in your best interest, right? And then we kind of went in today to, how these top earner guys are just looking at their business, and there's like the proactivity and there's like putting out a passive marketing ad and then being proactive on it when you have the opportunity, right? And then we kind of did that.
And I think it's important to note that like that passive posting is still important because it builds your credibility. It makes you kind of stay in people's minds. And it also, if you vary your approach of how you're posting, whether you're kind of cycling, and we always talk about this, right? And I don't know if we posted it in this group or not, but thinking about what you are other than a Beachbody coach and making sure you're posting about like the full picture and how Beachbody fits into it, because you're not necessarily going to find people right off the bat that just want to solely be a Beachbody coach. And so if you show it as part of the whole, you're going to attract all of those people who also need Beachbody, not just the people, because a lot of people don't understand Beachbody, don't realize they want it or need it. But if you can attract those other people that are like you, they're going to see how it fits in your life, and they're probably going to want it to fit in theirs as well. So I think all of that stuff has some value. And then the follow-up of being proactive about those people is huge. And we've talked a lot about that in, reaching out, sending messages saying, thanks for liking my stuff. Like, I really appreciate the support. And that kind of just jumpstarts a conversation about whether or not they want to get involved or not.
Yeah. And then to support Vic real quick, I can't tell you guys how many times Vic has had someone reach out to her that one I've never even met. There you go. See, it happens all the time. Someone will pipe up and say, like, from her past, oh, Vic, I see that you're doing this, and I've been watching it for 2 years. Now I'm ready. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yesterday morning at like 7:30 a.m., I got a message. It's like, all right, I need to lose 15 pounds. What do I need to order? I sent him the link, and I was like, you're going to sign up as a coach because you're just going to want to do that and have the discount anyway. And he's like, all right, great. And by 8:30, he was signed up as a coach. Like, but he watched me for, I mean, I've known him since college, so he's been watching me for 8 years do this stuff, and I've reached out to him several times with several different angles, and finally it was just like he looked in the mirror one day, saw something he didn't like, and thought of me. Like, I feel like I should be offended by that, but it's just, I mean,
I wouldn't.
Enough, obviously, you know what I mean? So you just have to be consistent.
So I don't really have much more to go on, and I don't want to waste your time. I just want to leave you guys with this. If you want to, think about what your end game is, what your end goal is, okay? And if you want, reach out, and then like you and I can like, brainstorm and talk about like just ideas and this and that, because I have a lot of things like action items to like take forward and do, because everyone's like, oh, it's all talk, then what do I actually do? But I don't know what you want to be in it for, so I'm not trying to presume that I do. But if you want to tell me and it's kind of like what I'm thinking, then cool, we can get together and like, kill it. And then you can do that because I'm not on Facebook. So if you guys have a pen, you can write it down. My email it's literally just beachbodychamp@gmail.com. It's that simple. Beachbodychamp, all one word, @gmail.com. Just email me with your phone number. I'll call you. I literally make calls every single day. I talk professionally. It's a freaking joke that I get paid to. But I'll reach out and then we'll, discuss what you want to do, or like, do I know anything that can help you? Can we be on the same page and that kind of stuff? So that's kind of the value I'm trying to give, So that's kind of like my my takeaway for you guys.
That's your action item. Yeah. Set up a call with Champ.
Yeah.
And trust me, it'll be entertaining if nothing else.
So anyway, Cole, it's great meeting you, man.
Hold on, Ray.
Oh.
What's your day job?
Oh, so my day job is to manage the customer base for a company called Talend, which is a big data company in Silicon Valley.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and before that, I was in high tech as well. I've been in high tech forever. Before that, I was the general manager of a high tech, of a technology that was a webcasting technology. Not like this, where it's kind of like me to you, but where you go one person live on stage to like hundreds of thousands, which we did for companies like HSBC, Wells Fargo, Gartner, Ernst & Young, Heinz Ketchup, if you can believe that, all that kind of shit. Yeah. Awesome. I've just done that forever. So I've managed revenue at these large enterprise organizations like my entire life. The largest book I ever managed was 60 million, which was sick. That was massive. Yeah, that was the biggest. And that's also the most money I ever made. It's always tied,
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you?
I am an executive assistant for an executive producer for this new show that's going to air on CBS in the fall.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Is it a fucking cooking show?
No, it's called. The show is actually really cool. It's called Hunted. So it's pretty much up to like 10 teams of ordinary citizens become fugitives on the run, and they have to evade capture by the world's most craziest, like ex-CIA, U.S. Marshal, FBI, all those platforms of law enforcement.
I feel like they're going to last like a day.
Yeah.
Well, they have to evade capture up to 28 days, and the winning team gets $100,000. It's the same producer or production company as Amazing Race and Biggest Loser and all that stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun. So it just started. We're in like pre-production. So we're pitching to CBS this week. It's been crazy. I'm trying to do Beachbody and at the same time. It's just been, I'm working like 15-hour days.
I'm in the same boat. Well, it's good to hear, Randy. It's good to meet you.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks all for jumping on. Anyone have anything else, questions or comments before we jump off? Okay. Well, then email beachbodychamp@gmail.com and set up your call. And we'll see you all later.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.